Three guys who combined to play 15 seasons in the National Football League trenches. Well, two guys. And Mackey, who didn't do shit. This is the O-Line Committee.
Okay, we're not going to lead with it because there's actually information coming out right now, but we are exchanging texts about this Mark Sanchez stuff over the last couple days. Wild. So we'll get to it.
Wild.
To it.
We need more information gathering.
I need to know more, please.
I need a bottle of bourbon in that police report, and I just need to read that.
Mark, who are you mad at? Seriously, like, I didn't know. First of all, one of the reports.
Hold on, no, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Hold on.
Welcome to the O-Line Committee.
It's been a feisty weekend.
Welcome in. If you're new to the O-Line Committee, we got the Rhino Alex Boone. We got Jeremiah Sirles. I'm Phil Mackey. And if you enjoy football and a couple laughs, click that subscribe button on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel. Click the like button, the bell notification button, so you get notified when there's new episodes. 3 per week during the season. And we'll get to some of the crazy game action from the weekend, too. A shout-out to FVP Auto Parts and Menards. We are excited to be partnered with them for this football season. Menards is your one-stop shop for FVP Auto Parts, and that includes Lucas Marine Motor Oil. So now is the time, especially in these northern states, if you're Midwest or you're North, now's the time where your boats and your summer toys go into storage. So if you're preparing for winterization, you want to make sure you winterize your boat with Lucas Marine Synthetic Oil. Head to Menards. 15 different states across the country, including Minnesota, where Boone and I are, and Nebraska, where Jay is. You can head to Menards and stock up on Lucas Marine Motor Oil because performance matters on the road and beyond. Every single Monday, boys, we shout out our mics. Who's the mic here? We identify the most important things, people, etc., that are on our minds. And so I'll throw the first one out. You guys run with it.
Do it.
The New England Patriots are my first microphone here, my first mic. I think that was an organization-altering win last night in Buffalo. Is that a hot take?
It's a springboard. No. I think it's an absolute springboard. I mean, that's the first primetime game they'd had in 2 years. Mike Vrabel back at the helm, a gritty win, an ugly win. But nonetheless, you took down these Super Bowl favorites in the NFL right now. Right,
first loss, too.
You drug them into the deep water, and they tried to claw their way out, and you just refused. You're coming down here, boys. Let's go 12 feet deep and see if Josh Allen can swim. And yes, I think it was more about the Bills beating themselves than the Patriots beating the Bills. But
that's how it always starts, though. When the team climbing, right?
Correct. When you can put yourself in a position to beat them in the fourth quarter, that's steps in the right direction. It also makes me think, man, where could this team be if we didn't try the Gerard Mayo experiment for 8 months and we just went straight to the Mike Vrabel hire, which we all were screaming for 2 years ago. But loved that win. Stephon Diggs, revenge game, coming back to Buffalo and just dicing those dudes up. I loved it. I think the Patriots are heading for great things. And give me 10 more years of Josh Allen versus Drake Maye, man.
Oh,
just
you're going to get it.
Twice a year. Come on. Sign me up for that.
Hey, real quick, did you like the jerseys, yes or no? Be honest.
Hated them. Hated everything about them.
God, they were hideous. Dude, what is with the whiteout nonsense? This is not college. Stop it.
It's not Penn State, boys.
I was not feeling it at all. Yeah, no, Penn State, you want to talk about a team not happy. Oh, my God. Dude, how about the head coach of the other team real quick was like, I didn't even know how to use the damn headset. I was like, you beat that Penn State team? Anyway. Dude,
beautifully the new Heisel family, by the way.
Oh yeah,
congratulations to the new Heisel.
Dad was so excited. Son was like, I didn't know how to turn it on and off the whole game. I was like, dude, you're digging this dagger into Franklin so hard. But anyways, back to the nonsense. Yes, you know how I feel about Braves. I love him to death. There's no question. I think what he's doing here is amazing. Number one, Drake Maye stepping up in a huge way, like avoiding sacks, fighting his ass off to get rid of the ball. Ramondre Stevens doing things with it. Like, obviously, Diggsy, you want to ever show, like, The side eye. Did you see the picture? Did you see this?
That is from when he was with the Texans a year ago.
Yeah.
And the Patriots pulled that photo
Pregame
and put it out there, dude.
They sure did. I love it. And I love what he does for this team because he's a competitor. And Jay, you and I both saw the competitor in him. And sometimes it's taken the wrong way. People are like, oh, he's so cocky, or I don't like him. It's like, he's like that all the time. He just wants to win. He'll do anything. He'll give you everything. I love everything. I wanted him to score so badly on that long run when he got down to the 4 and he punched the ground. I swear to God, he dented the turf. I was like, he is so mad right now. But you love to see that, right? Especially in the Bills stadium. Like, there's not a lot of teams that can take them right now, like you said, to the deep water. And for a team in their own division to do it, Vrabes, huge job. But I go back to the first quarter. And I'm not trying to make excuses. I love what the Patriots are doing. But whatever was going on with the Bills in the first half, it just was like, what is going? Like the
They were in
penalties,
slow motion.
the fumbles, the interception late. You're like, dude, what's this coming back again? I thought we were done with all of this, right? But it just rears its ugly head. And you talk about a team the Patriots knew they were going to have to come in there and fight their asses off, and they did again in that whiteout. I love it, dude. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting NFC East or AFC East with the Patriots and the Bills. I think those are the teams that are both rising in there. The Bills have had their time where they've just run over everyone in that division.
Right.
Everyone's going to shit all over the Jets for the next 4 years.
Probably.
And now you just have these kind of two rising team and the top team. And, I mean, they're going to eventually equal themselves out because I think Drake Maye, when it's all said and done,
Be careful.
in 5-6 years, when it's all said and done, I think we may look back and say Drake Maye was the best quarterback out of that class.
That's a bold statement because Jaden Daniels is also in that class.
I agree.
But look, he's
but
already
listen,
got a little bit
he's
better.
He's already starting to get hurt. He's already starting to get hurt.
Don't do that
because
to that
he
poor
runs.
man.
He's
Don't do
already starting to get dinged up. That's what happens when you run in this league. Carson Wentz tried to be Cam Newton this weekend and damn near broke his shoulder. These are grown-ass men, dude. They're trying to murder you. Drake Maye understands that. He slides, he gets down, and his arm talent and that release that he has is just so fun to watch. And so
him getting pulled by the shoulder pads to the ground,
getting rid of the ball, like
Daquan Jones is a massive human being. That is it, and he is trying to stiff arm that. So it shows the Baker moxie, right? Yeah. The Baker fighter that he has in him, and you see the way the teammates rally around him, and then you pair that with a third overall, whatever he was, arm talent. I think this kid could be really, really special moving forward.
I do like your. I'm not going to fight you on the best quarterback from that draft class take. I think it's right now it's between him and Jaden Daniels. I still stand for Michael Penix. I do wish that my JJ McCarthy car could get pulled out of the driveway. We'll see at some point. But I want to take your if that was a hot take from you, I want to give you the hot take for the Patriots. Everyone's all excited. They're 3-2, right? They just beat the Bills. We are staring down the barrel of an 11 or 12 win Patriots team this year.
Ooh, this year?
Let's play a fun game here.
That is not
go through their
undoable.
schedule.
That is not undoable because of how terrible they were last year.
What do you mean undoable?
Like it's
not doable?
It's not
It's
not
possible
doable.
or no?
Because of their schedule.
It's not doable.
Is it possible?
It's not doable. I don't think it's doable because of the schedule. We'll see. But okay, let's go through it. Let's play the game. Let's play the game.
Just your visceral reaction to picking the schedule, okay?
Yeah, let's go through it.
At the Saints.
Win.
At the Titans.
Win.
That's a Vrabel revenge game.
Yeah,
win.
Braves just
going to
stop them. Are you kidding me? He's going to say, guys, I want blood.
These guys fired me. Oh, really? They're going to
we got you, coach.
Yeah. No, that is 3 consecutive road games, so that is a tough portion of the schedule. Home against the Browns.
50-50.
I'm
going to go 50-50.
You're searching for losses because you don't want them to get to 12 wins.
That's not true.
I'll say win there. I'll say win. I'll give you the win.
It's a win.
Okay.
Home against the Falcons.
Loss.
That's a tough. Falcons are tougher than people think.
Yeah.
I'll throw a loss on there.
Okay. I'm going to go L there.
You are searching for an L, OJ. I feel like you are.
I'm not certain.
That could easily be a dub for them, dude. Come on. Penix versus Drake Maye. Come on.
At Tampa.
Loss.
That's a loss.
It's fair. Home against the Jets.
Win.
That's a win.
A win, and we're laughing.
That's a win.
Where's that Miami game?
At the Bengals.
That's a win.
With extra rest, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Jay,
a win.
I think your theory was wrong. Their schedule is going to give them a great chance.
Okay, home against the Giants.
Loss.
Extra day of
I'm going to
rest.
say win. And I'll put a steak and a beer on it. Love that captor. Go, bro.
I love the
They got to play. They got to play him.
and a beer.
They got to play him. They got to play him at MetLife. So hold on.
I'm not even worried
No,
about it.
this is home against the Giants.
Yeah, home against the Giants. That's a win.
Even better. Let's go.
That's a win.
Okay.
That's a win.
Then it's a bye week. Then Buffalo comes to New England.
Loss.
Buffalo gets one back there, right?
Buffalo
Okay.
definitely gets
Look
one
at
back.
You're being
Buffalo
a
gets
pussy,
one back.
Mackie. You really are. I think that's
Think
another
they
win.
sweep
You want me to-
Buffalo?
you
I
think
do.
they're-
I think they do.
Buffalo. Stop it.
I think did you see
Stop
Vrabel when that guy hit Cook late? He gave, first of all, the look on his face was like this. Everybody shut the fuck up for a minute. Like, he was so mad because in his ear they were all going, Vrabes, did you see that? Did you see that, dude? Vrabes, did you seriously see that? He's like, hold up. Do you think he's really going to let them come in here, his stadium? He's going to be on the sideline like, guys, hold up.
That's going to be. I think
Steak and a
that's
beer.
going to be a Bills like
Steak
little
and a beer right
brother.
now.
You're not
Good.
there yet type game.
But it is in Foxborough. So
That's why I'm
it's,
taking. That's why I'm
so
taking. New England.
I
got New
love
England on
I love how my hot take optimism about the Patriots isn't enough for Alex. Alex, like, no, you need to go further.
Yeah,
you
Go
do.
further.
First place in the AFC.
First of all, I gotta be honest
I
with
mean,
you. They're playing the Bengals. You're playing the Saints. You're playing you're playing some really shitty teams. And I'm starting to go.
There's more.
Are they gonna win out? Are they gonna win out?
Week 16. So Buffalo, we got that one. At Baltimore.
That could be a loss.
Lamar's back.
Lamar's
Lamar will
back.
be back.
Maybe they're clawing back in.
They're
at
going to be
that
clawing
point.
as hard as
they'll
they
be
can.
healthier. They'll be
And
healthier.
they're going to
by
be like,
then.
we got to win to get in. Yeah,
loss.
that's a loss.
Loss.
Tough.
There you go. There you go.
At the Jets.
That's a win. Yep.
Home
Jay,
against Miami in
that's
the
a
upper
win.
Northeast.
Well, no,
on
that's
January
a loss. They always slip through those games towards the end.
Not
of
in-
Miami.
not-
they
not
always let
January in
Miami
New
beat
England.
them.
January in
Always.
New England.
Miami's
Oh,
not
never mind.
winning a
It's in
game
New England. Never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind. Oh, it's a loss.
Yeah.
I feel like every
Okay.
time that game's in Miami at the end of the year, Miami always wins, and we're always like, no, the Patriots are for sure going to win. And it's like they always just go, whatever, let them win. Who gives a shit?
So conservatively, including losses against the Falcons, Buccaneers, Bills, Ravens, that's 8 more wins on top of the 3-2 they already have.
Yeah, that's 11, bro.
That's
I'm
like
serious.
very reasonably 11 wins on their
They
schedule.
they win the East. Oh,
They're not winning these. Calm down.
How can I not? They just
Everybody
beat the number one
calm
team.
down.
No, you don't
Win
understand,
the
Jay.
East.
They beat the number
Win
one
the-
team. They beat the number one team in the number one
Okay.
team stadium
Only a
on a
game back. They're a
whiteout
game back.
night.
The Bills
In a
beat
whiteout night.
themselves. The Bills beat themselves.
Mackey's
the
right.
Patriots
That's how this
hung with
always
them.
starts.
The Patriots hung with them and drug them in, and then the Bills just tied the rock to themselves and jumped in the pool. The Bills won't do that the rest of the way. Like they're not. They're gonna get. They're the better football team. The Patriots still have too many holes. They've got really good players, but they're not complete enough to be the kings of the East yet.
They beat them.
I'll
the way,
steak
the
and
Bill-
beer that right now.
The
Let's
Bills
go.
are playing at the Falcons on Monday Night Football next week. That's a
A lot
tough
of
game.
primetime games, man.
Just
like
run-
those
if-
dudes are getting primetimed a lot, and that
Oh,
that
don't
does
complain.
wear on you. That
Don't
does wear on you. I'm not
complain.
complaining.
That sounds like an excuse coming from the Bills. That's a love thy
Sensitive.
captor fine, by the way.
Me,
Yeah, it is.
you
And
and
sensitive.
Vrabel are like
Go
freaking
ahead.
penis bros right now. You're just holding on to each other. My God.
There is
That's
a
an
world.
ultra. That's an ultra.
There-
That's a for sure.
God.
There is a world in which
can't.
the Bills lose at Atlanta on Monday, and the Patriots take care of business against the Saints and own the tiebreaker, and the Patriots are in first place
Oh my God,
in
I
a week.
can't.
No,
I
I'm
can't
not buying
listen
that
to
one.
this.
Listen, they're not going to
I
lose.
can't.
to
There is
the
a
Falcons.
world in which
they're
that
not going to
happens.
lose to the Falcons. Are you
Okay.
kidding me? Sean McDermott would be like, "I will kill all of you. I swear to God."
Okay, on the flip side of this, since
Yeah.
we're wringing the water out of this game here, did that game impact your opinion of the Buffalo Bills' chances to win a Super Bowl or do what they're looking to do here in the next few months?
They need to get Ed Oliver back. That was a huge piece. Losing him in the middle there, they really didn't have any interior rush presence. I thought that Will Campbell played really well against Bosa
Yeah, he
and
did.
Epinesa. So I worry a little bit that if they lose one or two pieces, in the key moments of December, if Bosa does what Bosa does, where he's going to miss 4 or 5 games and late in the year and Ed Oliver's dinged up, they aren't talented enough on defense to overcome multiple injuries. So if they hit multiple injuries on defense, then I worry about their Super Bowl chances.
I would agree with that. And listen, I joke around a lot, but the Bills are still a great team, right? Like, the Patriots know them inside and out. They all hate each other. That's one of those games that you throw up in the air and you're like, hey, man, this goes either way. Who's going to have the ball last? Who's going to make the least amount of mistakes? Right? That's what the Bills did. And that's why we keep saying that. Like, the Bills threw this game away in the first quarter. It was like, listen, if you guys don't put your foot on the gas now, if Ravens is going to get them revved up enough that they're going to find a way to fight their asses off. But at the same time, the Bills need to just figure themselves out and slow down, right? Like, at some point, it looked like their assholes were super clenched. It was like, dude, this is not who you guys are. This is not what you do. You're supposed to be having fun. You're supposed to be pulling 380-pound tackles more than you are. At this point, you're just running around scared and nervous. Like, come out and be who you are. Do I look down on their season for this? No. But I fear the next team that's about to play them because Sean McDermott's about to have them raging.
Yeah, maybe it's possible they were just kind of bored. I saw that they haven't lost the turnover battle in a game until last night in like 25 consecutive games.
That was the big thing. Josh
How is
didn't
that
take care of the
possible?
football. Josh didn't take care of the football.
Well, they
right?
fumbled once.
The fumble.
Keon Coleman
interception.
fumbles once. Yep.
That's going to get cleaned up. It was just a bad football game. It happens, right? There's nights where it's just not your night.
This is true. And by the way, it's not like at some point I was looking up because I was like, wow, the Bills are the only undefeated team. It only lasted like 6 hours. But it was like, you had to realize that nobody in this season was going undefeated, right? Like what the Dolphins did back in the 70s was incredible. And that's why every year we all salute them and we're like, hey, man, congratulations because you did it again. You made it another.
To win them all in the National Football League is absolutely insane.
Dude, what the best point is, when you go back to the Patriots, when they did it that year, and they walked into the Super Bowl, and everyone's like, this is it. This is the team that's going to do it. And they didn't do it. It was like, no one will ever get this chance again. Yeah. So know that. That's why I look at this and I go, well, they had to lose one. Why not lose to an in-conference team run by Mike Vrabel, who's well-disciplined, although the game was very sloppy. We saw a lot of Hockley Jr. going off, and at one point he was like, everybody calm down, substitutions allow. Like, dude, we get it. You just wanted a chance to flex both sides of those things. Way out there, he was like, everybody calm down.
He texted his dad afterwards. He's like, Dad, you see me? I did it.
Were you proud, Dad? Were you proud? I'll tell you what, he is smooth, dude. He is. There is nobody like Hockley. Like, when he gets out there, it's like he's having a conversation with you, and I'm always like, I'm following, dude. I am following you 100%. It's like, okay, everybody listen up. Here we go. 2 fingers.
It's very comforting, you know? It's
It's amazing.
He's going to explain it very succinctly.
You know who else I love? Tolbert. He's the best. Go ahead.
One last thing on Vrabel.
John Hussey.
Fuck Hussey. Don't you dare.
You and Hussey are bros too.
Stereotor was my favorite.
It wasn't that long ago. I was curious, like, wasn't Vrabel like he had like a mediocre Titans team took him further. Mm-hmm. He took I think it was like a 9-win Titans team 5 years ago to the AFC Championship game with Ryan Tannehill. They had a 10-point lead on Kansas City in the second half of an AFC title game, like 5 years ago.
I remember that.
It's not.
He's a hell of a coach.
Vrabel can build, man. Vrabel can build.
And Jay's right though. They need a couple pieces. They have a couple more pieces.
A few more holes they got to clean up on. Right. I mean, I think that Trayvon Henderson's going to continue to carve out a bigger and bigger role as they continue to go. Booty and Diggs, you've got 2 legitimate threats on the outside.
Hunter Henry's so big.
Henry's big, but he's so old. Big. It's just more. It's more about the consistency on the defensive side of the football. I know last night was great and the scheme is great, but the linebacker core for the Patriots is what worries me a touch.
All right, new mic. Someone.
Come on. All right. Well, the other undefeated team up until yesterday, the Broncos and Philly. Phil, I don't know how you called this one, but this was genius on your part. More importantly, at some point, I'm looking at this Philly thing like, we only ran the ball how many times? Right? What are we doing?
Did they fall into the let's make AJ Brown happy today sort of thing? Ironically, the missed long ball actually created more.
I think we talked about the Lions and how they lost all their coordinators and woe is me and the sky is falling. Kellen Moore played a much larger role on that football team than I think most people realized.
Ooh, that's a good
right?
point.
Kellen Moore held that offense and all those big personalities and all that stuff going on between Brown reading books and Saquon going off and Jalen Hurts being a stone cold killer. He was, in my opinion, after these first 5 weeks, he was the linchpin that made that thing go. And now you take Kellen Moore out of there, and it's just chaos. You don't know what to do. I think they're going, yeah, A.J. Brown's pissed. Fuck, we don't want him to ask for a trade. Guess we should probably throw him the football more. And Saquon's going, yo, I rushed for 2,000 yards last year. Why are we handing me the ball 7 times in the second half when we're winning the football game? They don't have an identity on offense right now. They don't really know what they're doing. I tell my brother, too, I was like, as I watched them, I was watching the Eagles, like, the Eagles kind of suck, but they're amazing. I don't really understand. I don't really understand how to feel about while I'm watching the Eagles, because you'd watch them and go, this is like a 500 football team, but they were undefeated. If they can't figure out what's going on offensively in the next few games here, they are going down a very dangerous road.
Well, and not only that, but they had every chance to win that game yesterday. I mean,
100%.
I think the Zach Bond hit, the late, I mean, that was
dumb.
That was
so dumb.
It was just dumb. It was so dumb because he was so short of the first down anyways that it was like at some point you have to know that. But they extend the drive from there. But you talk about the Hail Mary. What the hell was going on with Devontae Smith? And then you have A.J. Brown behind him trying to catch it. And it was like, what are we doing? Like, if you're going to do the tip to each other thing, you were way too goddamn close. Like, every single chance that they had to go win that game fell. And to me, it just shows at some point we thought that this team that was so well run, so well organized, we knew it had a little dysfunction, right? It had a little bit of chaos. But I'm wondering if that identity is kind of what they are. They are just chaotic. Right, and they throw a bunch of shit at you, and they're like, we hope this works. Oh, wait. This guy out here is complaining. Quick, throw him the ball a couple times. We know we're winning the game. We don't even need to throw the ball. Like, it's like we're doing things at times, like you said. I'm one of the best running backs in the history of the NFL. Why am I not getting the ball every play in the second half to at least make something happen? And at some point, we're running against these 8-man boxes, these 9-man boxes, and it's not creative anymore. And it's like, this shit's not going to work. You can't just go, I'm Saquon. You have to let me run through here. Like, they're figuring out people know how to tackle him now. People are like, hey, I can't make this business decision. I need to shut him down to shut this offense down. And for the Broncos to come in, they have 6 sacks in that game? Like, at some point, it's like, but guys, dude, this is not working.
The way that you're saying Broncos is disrespectful compared to how good they are. The Broncos.
I didn't mean it like that. Don't you dare. Come on, don't you dare.
That is the number one pressure defense in the league this year. So if you're this is like, people look at the Broncos kind of like, they're like that third team in the AFC West behind the Chiefs and the Chargers.
Not anymore.
So you're telling me I get access to, as a Broncos picker of games, I get access to the number one pressure defense in the league and a Hall of Fame offensive coach in Sean Payton and some weapons. Yeah. Like, that's a badass combination of things. And also, here's the thing about the Eagles. People are trying to take this Eagles team and put it in the same bin as last year's. Well, they're chaotic and they do all these things. No. Couple things of difference. So through the first 5 games, our guy Saquon Barkley has carried the ball 83 times in 5 games. 16 times a game is my University of Minnesota math there. Last year, he was carrying the ball 22 and a half times a game. So I think they're trying to get out in front of, like, well, it was a huge workload last year, so let's scale it back. He's averaging 6 fewer carries a game, and he has 267 rushing yards through 5 games. He had 2,000 last year in 16 games. They don't have a running game. That's the headline here is the Eagles can't run the ball anymore, and Saquon Barkley is a huge part of that.
I don't know if it's because Mekhi Becton's gone. I don't know if it's because Landon Dickerson's been dinged up. I know Lane Johnson has taken some hits, but they aren't creative in the run game anymore. They fell into the trap of feeling themselves of, we don't have to be creative. We can just run between the tackles, and we're just going to move everyone, and we're just going to blow everyone off the football, and we're the greatest show on turf when it comes to running the football. Defensive coordinators are really freaking smart. They understand, okay, we're going to get creative. We're going to stunt. We're going to move. We're going to run blitz on first down. And then with the inability of Jalen Hurts to be able to throw the football lately, they're just coming after him. They're just blitzing the crap out of the Eagles right now, whether it's a run blitz or a pass blitz. The pressure percentage against the Eagles has to be crazy high right now because they know if Saquon gets through the line of scrimmage, it's not going to be good for anybody.
Yeah.
So what are they doing? They're disrupting the line of scrimmage. They're creating gaps, things. They're getting guys off of double teams. But they need to get more creative, whether it's shifts and movements, pre-snap, or pin and pulls, find ways to get guys on the edge, cut the defense, traps, whatever it might be. They are not talented enough up front right now to just line up and roll the ball out there and say, we're just going to steamroll over everyone like they did last year.
You know where they rank in yards per attempt?
It's like 31st, isn't it?
Not good.
29th.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're literally one of the worst running teams in the NFL. The Eagles.
That's not well. Jay said it best, right? You lose Mekhi Becton, a massive force in the right guard, and then you talk about Landon Dickerson's out. You lose one of the best centers to probably ever play the game. Like,
well, Juergens was there last year. Juergens was there last year.
Oh, that's right. Juergens was there last year. So you're talking about two guards that are down, and for the most part, when you watch their film, it's all these loaded boxes that you're like, listen, zone eventually is gonna get caught against a loaded box, right? Like you can't just line up and expect this to work.
You can't block them all.
There's gonna be free hitters everywhere, but not only that, but like I used to hate this, but coaches would say it and it would drive me nuts. They get paid too, right? Their three techniques are going to hold us and we're not going to get to their linebackers sometimes. Like eventually you either need to stick with it or we need to become more creative. But the biggest problem is the 4th and 4 where they line up, they throw the fade, Devontae Smith gets it, but that gets called back as the penalty. It's like, dude, this is where the dysfunction starts to bite us in the ass a little bit, right? Like, number one, I was like, wait a minute, 2 guys were moving? Who the hell was moving? All of a sudden, they replayed. It's like Saquon's coming out. They wanted to see if it was man. And as he's coming back in, I think it was actually Devontae or something. Somebody repositions themselves, which instantly that's 2 guys moving. And it's like, okay, well, that sucks. They get the ball back. All of a sudden, they're driving. 3rd and 2, he falls short, but Zach Bond jumps on the back of him, forearms in the back of the head. Once again, a little bit of dysfunction shoots us in the back of the foot. Last part of the game, we throw a Hail Mary. One of our own receivers cancels out our other receiver. Once again, a little bit of dysfunction, right? Like you're starting to catch the theme. I'm starting to get the identity of what's going on. And that's why you're looking at this, man, like, something is not right here. They're not being creative enough. At the same time, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. At the same time, somebody needs to get out in front of this and be like, hey, this is not how we play football. We played winning ball last year. This is how we did it.
Which I think was Kellen Moore last year.
Dude, it may have been, which is huge. And by the way, Shout-out got his first win last week. So excited. Oh, don't say anything. I'll hit you with it. Get him with the get him with the love they kept her. He's already upset. But hey, Jay, you're right. Like you lose I'll say this, a young coordinator who could probably relate more than the old coordinators could, right? And all of a sudden he sees the jive and he's like the dysfunctional, I can figure this out. We're going to make him happy by doing this a little bit, but we're still going to keep Saquon the main thing, right? Like that's what it sounds like Kellen Moore brought to the table, whereas now they're like, shit, he's pissed on the outside. Let's just throw the ball. We'll throw it 45 times. Doesn't matter what we're doing. We're just going to throw. And it's like, that's never the answer, especially against what you said. A Hall of Fame winning coach, a great defense, a quarterback on the rise, a team that's feisty. Just not the time or place for that.
Yeah. I wonder how much the offensive coordinator, Kevin, I don't even know how to say his last name, Patullo maybe. I mean, he was the passing game coordinator last year. And now you elevate him to offensive coordinator. How much did he say, hey, Stoutland, I'll handle it. Stoutland, I got the run game now, versus I think he needs to probably go hat in hand into Jeff Stoutland's office right now and be like, fix this, please, right? Like, help me, please, because I think Stoutland's such a great coach. He'll be able to figure out what they do and what they don't do well from an offensive line standpoint, and that's the only way you can get this offense back on the rails, is it has to start through the O-line and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
So do you think, are you buying or selling your Eagles stock right now? Do you think they... They're 4-0.
I'm holding. I'm not selling or buying. I'm holding.
Okay.
I'm holding stock because I think you have to see they're too talented across the board to think that this thing is going to go completely off the rails. And they've proven that as much nonsense is happening around them, they've always been able to find their way through it. Until you start seeing complete chaos and coaches and everything going completely crazy, I'm holding stock because I still think this is one of the top 3, top 5 teams in the NFL from a talent perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
It still feels like, listen, the Commanders with Jaden Daniels and the way that they can move the ball. But beyond those two teams, your Giants not quite ready to take a step. The Cowboys' offense is super intriguing, especially if CeeDee Lamb gets back. But it still kind of feels like even a broken Eagles team is like the team to beat in that division.
For sure.
Just because they started 4-0. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
we'll see. Are we doing the Sanchez thing here?
Let's do it. We got to talk to about it at one point. No time like the present.
Here, let me give the summary. Okay, this is an evolving story as we record this kind of middle of the day on Monday. But news broke over the weekend. At first, the headline was just Mark Sanchez got stabbed in downtown Indianapolis. And of course, like people rushed to like, oh, it's dangerous.
Pray for Sanchez. Hey.
Yeah. And then more and more information starts to come out. And so here's the latest. I'll just read you the summary here. Former NFL quarterback and Fox Sports analyst Mark Sanchez, 38 years old, allegedly confronted a 69-year-old truck driver over parking near a hotel loading dock in downtown Indianapolis at 12:30 a.m. on October 4th, unlawfully entered the truck and assaulted the 69-year-old, leading to a violent altercation. The driver, in self-defense, used pepper spray and then stabbed Mark Sanchez. There's video, security footage of Sanchez, blood all over his chest, like stumbling around the corner. And then there's pictures of this man with like a gash. The side of his mouth is like gashed open.
Yeah.
So initially, both were hospitalized. Both were beat up, and there's critical injuries. Sounds like both aren't, like Sanchez has been released from the hospital and then arrested, but prosecutors upgraded Sanchez's initially 3 misdemeanor charges now to a level 5 felony battery charge on Monday, which carries a potential 1 to 6 year sentence. The driver faces no charges. Fox Sports replaced Sanchez for his future broadcast duties for now, and the incident has
forever
drawn widespread.
Forever is what they meant
Fox
to say.
Sports has replaced Mark Sanchez forever.
What the hell? There's also the New York
He got a
Post is
public
digging on different angles here.
He got a public intoxication charge as well, right?
Yeah. So apparently this is from the New York Post. The driver did not have his hearing aids in because his truck is very loud, and so he didn't know what Sanchez was trying to say or yell at him. When he leaned in, he stated that Mr. Sanchez smelled of alcohol and his speech was slurred, according to the affidavit. There was also a part of this where Sanchez was apparently running like wind sprints in the alley.
What the hell is he
street.
doing in the fucking alley, running wind sprints in the middle of the night, starting a fight with the 70-year-old?
Aren't you that butt fumble guy? And then just click, right? Like,
stop it.
Yeah, he was apparently, according to the affidavit, doing wind sprints in the alley behind Loftmiller's Pub and Eatery in downtown Indianapolis. Have you guys ever had combine meals there?
I've been there, yes. I know exactly the alley in which he is talking about.
Acting erratically. He was drinking and acting erratically in or around the bar, according to the report here from the New York Post.
This screams the Tox report's got to come out because this screams something other than alcohol.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that from he's on drugs, but
no,
I've been around enough people that drink heavily, that do crazy things, but usually it's not to the level of I'm going to climb in your truck and let you pepper spray and then stab me. If pepper spray is not enough of a deterrent, you're on something other than booze. Right, because pepper spray on a normal person or even a drunk person is going to drop you, right? It's going to put you down. But to then continue to fight and then get stabbed, that screams like I was roofied, I was snorting cocaine, I did some type of stimulant that
gave you extra energy.
And also, when I first read it, I was like, dude, who gets stabbed in Indianapolis? There's 3 cities you're allowed to get stabbed in. It's Cleveland, Baltimore, maybe Washington.
Fuck you, dude.
Those are really the only 3 cities. You're
power rankings coming tomorrow.
Power
is that? Cleveland? Why are you going to throw Cleveland number 1?
Tell me Cleveland's not the number 1. Yeah, Lincoln. Yeah, maybe the lowest city ever to get stabbed.
Yeah, as I said the name, I go, it doesn't even sound threatening. Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm scared.
I don't know. It's sad.
Listen,
it's sad for everyone.
That's exactly what it is.
It's super sad. It's super unfortunate.
I hope that it was nothing serious that he was doing. I'm sure that it was a complete like you said, I'm sure that he was roofied or something. I don't think
that's
that
the
Mark
hope.
Listen,
You
I don't
hope
think
that
Mark
Mark doesn't
Sanchez is a
just go
drug addict.
nuts.
Okay, I don't think that he's doing anything. It's Mark Sanchez. Okay, like I came out with the guy. We had the same agent. We trained together. He's not that guy. Okay, he's a good dude. Like I think maybe this was something happened. Somebody probably put something in his drink. Because, dude, to go out and fight a 70-year-old, you got to be a real fucking asshole. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Even if you're drunk, to be like, get your truck out of the way.
But
like,
even
I don't know what's going on.
and especially
it makes no
at 12,
sense.
at 12:30. Like, I know that's late.
But why is he yelling at somebody in
like,
an alley?
That's
You're
not like 2:30, 3 in the morning, been on a bender all night kind of late. I mean, that sounds like, hey, we went out to dinner as a Fox broadcast team. Let's all go to get some drinks at Lau Miller's, and then let's go home. I don't know.
That's another thing,
the
too.
Whole
Like, who
thing
was he
is,
with before? And what
that's
happened?
my question. Is like, where
Why
are your
did they let him
buddies?
go?
Where are your boys?
Was Tim? Who was the other guy on the call? Was it Tim Brando? No. Who was the guy? Who was the guy?
Sanchez and
It's isn't it
Hold on, Brian.
Burkhardt?
Sanchez. No,
Is it Burkhardt?
he's-
Kevin
isn't
Burkhardt?
Arab, isn't he?
is it Burkhardt?
but it's I mean,
Brady Quinn, by the way.
Yeah, I stepped in. I
USC
listened.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
did he step in on the call?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He stepped
How'd
in
he
and
do?
did the whole.
He
He
probably-
did great. He's probably going to take over, I hope. I mean,
Next
shit.
next man up. I mean,
That's how it
shit.
goes. Well, I'm sure they called Brady, like, Brady, we have no idea what to do. What are we doing? Can you come step in? And he's probably like, dude, of course I want to do the Colts. They're an amazing team right now. Let's do this. But
There's another piece to this report, real quick. That initially, because the initial report was that it was a DoorDash driver, and there was all this speculation. So he's a grease disposal driver. He was doing his job like at this building. He was incorrectly reported to be a DoorDash driver. But they get in this altercation, and he said so Sanchez keeps coming after him after he pepper sprayed him. He said he stabbed Sanchez 2 or 3 times, at which point Sanchez stared at him with a look of shock before turning around and heading off up the alley after.
That's what I mean.
Like he was.
and we
like
saw the
you're-
video of him coming around the corner. He just
like
seemed like he was like, what just happened?
Anyone that's been stabbed 2 or 3 times, you're gonna curl over, like, and be like, "Oh my gosh, I just got stabbed." You're not just gonna like jaunt away like nothing just happened. Like he turned that corner with no panic. He turned that corner with no like,
Pain.
"Oh my gosh, I just got stabbed." He kind of just turned the corner like, "Oh, that was weird," and I just kind of wandered away. That's why I think there had to be something else in his system besides
For
these
sure.
booze.
And Sanchez is saying that Sanchez was rushed to the hospital. He has spoken with officers, according to the affidavit, but all he can remember is, quote, grabbing for a window. He did not know who stabbed him or where the attack happened, police wrote in the affidavit.
The
He
window's
doesn't
probably
remember
the
any.
bar, because I saw the news, and it was he came around the corner and like started banging on a window of a bar that was closing down, and the guy was in there and helped him in and laid him down and stuff like that. But Mark's a good dude. I don't think that he was actively doing anything bad. I'm sure this is a complete misunderstanding. Something happened. The problem is somebody got seriously hurt, and
Unfortunately, there's
Really
consequences.
bad. Yes.
Regardless if it was an accident or anything like that, there's consequences for your actions. And unfortunately, this is probably the last time we'll ever see Mark Sanchez on a broadcast call.
it
Like, I
probably
don't
is.
think you can't put this dude after as public as this has been. He's probably toast, right? And that's
What, dude, he's
unfortunate.
facing jail time.
But
That's crazy.
it's going to be, and also, I mean, not even the civil suit that's going to come out of this for that truck driver suing Mark Sanchez for
shame,
damages and everything. It's a shitstorm that no one wants to be a part of
Dude.
right now.
That's
Also,
insane.
For a guy that was a wildly successful college quarterback, even like was a quarterback for some teams that went to the AFC Championship game, defense first, but he was there. He was the starting quarterback. And I think from this side of the fence, he's been, first round pick. I think he's been a really good in-game color commentator
sure.
who does a ton of homework. He's pretty entertaining on the other shows he's on too. And to this point, in his 4 decades on Earth, the 2 things that people are going to point at when thinking about him are the butt fumble and then him getting in this random physical altercation
With the
where
grandpa.
he almost died and almost killed a 70-year-old guy.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
That's insane. It doesn't make any sense, and that's why this whole there needs to be more answers coming out soon. Everyone's
There will
like,
be.
Wait,
I mean,
what? Mark?
everything eventually will come to light, and we'll see what happens. But absolutely wild situation, and it need to happen.
Wow. Yeah. So sorry to hear that.
More mics are coming here on the show, but I can tell you that the demonstrations they have at Viking Fest for the Minnesota audience in the Twin Cities, those are for entertainment purposes only. This October here, so last weekend and then one more weekend left here, October 11th and 12th. It's Viking Fest, Minnesota, a bold new celebration of Viking heritage, Norse mythology, living history. It's the largest Viking fest in the country. You'll get to see a historical Viking encampment, Viking combat, and live weapons demonstrations. You can forge your own Vikings gear. There's over 5 stages of music, comedy, and theater, and they might even have some backup offensive linemen that the football team can tap into as the season progresses. We'll see. Viking Fest, Minnesota at the Dakota County Fairgrounds for 2 epic weekends. One of them is already under our belts. The next chance is this weekend, October 11th and 12th. Find out more at vikingfest.com. Also, a shout out to MyBookie. So if you are interested in winning money this football season, mybookie.ag. They've already got some tonight's game, Monday Night Football, they've got some early lines up for the Week 6 action. And they make it really easy to just go on to mybookie.ag. And it doesn't have to even be football. Football obviously is what we're talking about, but there's all sorts of other sports you can get on the action too. Use the code OLINE when you go to mybookie.ag, and any bet you choose up to $500 is fully covered. Go to mybookie.ag, use the code OLINE, any bet you choose up to $500 is fully covered with the bet back bonus token. No better time to jump in, make some money than mybookie.ag.
Football.
I stand by this. I would be an elite medieval warrior. I'm just saying.
Watching
Viking Fest.
I've seen your reaction time.
I would be an
beat your
elite
ass.
medieval warrior. I'm just saying.
We should
I'm just
go.
saying. You know who won't be? And I got a mic. You know who's not a great elite medieval? Jake Browning. Jake Browning.
Oh.
The Bengals are in unbelievable trouble.
Oh.
I mean, unbelievable issues. Jake Browning is not the answer. He has looked awful since he's had to come back in.
Well,
I think
the answer to what?
That's a great question.
The answer,
we don't remember asking any question.
He's not the answer to you have all your money tied up in 3 players, and one of those 3 players is hurt, and you have given yourself no out.
Timeout.
So if your goal is to make the playoffs after a 2-0 start, and now you're 2-3, Jake Browning is not going to help you get to 9 wins.
Jake Browning's not going to help you get to 9 wins. And what are you going to do? Right? If you don't have all this money tied up in 4 players, right? Trey Hendrickson, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, you might be able to make a move for a Kirk Cousins. You might be able to make a move to bring in a quarterback that is serviceable and can come in and get you there. But because you have not managed the cap well, and because you went all in on these players, you have left yourself 0 wiggle room, and so you have to keep trotting Jake Browning out there onto the field every single Sunday and go, well, maybe this is the week he puts it together, but they can't run the football, they can't protect the quarterback, they can't score, that defense is not good. The Bengals are in absolute turmoil right now.
Is there an answer? What's the answer?
The answer is 2026.
Yeah,
that's the answer.
Next year. There's no getting out of this year. But I will say this, dude. Jamar Chase worth every penny. He's making more tackles than my Mike. He's catching more touchdowns than the other team. Dude,
he was the second leading tackler on that team.
Amazing weekend he had. He was literally like, throw it to them, throw it to me. I don't give a shit. I'm going to make a play either way. I love that. What I don't like, and this is like my 4th week saying this, and if we can fire somebody, this is my 4th time trying to fire him. Zach Taylor. Hit it, Mackey.
There you go.
My God. You paid 3 people. One of them you knew you couldn't protect. The one guy. There was originally 3, and then they fought. The 4th one fought his way in there, and they were like, okay, dude, we got no money, but here you go.
And now they have a 38-man roster. It's
now they're looking at this going, I wish we would have done this differently. We all warned them not to do this, but it's hard because it's the Bengals, and they don't know any better. They don't know any other way to do it than dysfunction. They're the team to me that up top is dysfunctionally wrong. And you're like, I don't know what's going on here anymore. You're paying this guy. You know you can't protect him. Now he's hurt. Now the season's just in shambles, right? You got your receivers running around. The O-line's still giving up sack after sack. It's like, dude, this is just so bad that at some point, how do you get out of this? You've paid these guys, and now you're looking down the roster going, we got a couple years of this. We're going to have to really, wait a minute. Here's the thought. Develop our own talent that we draft, because that's how you win, right? You can pay a couple guys, but now you got to draft everywhere else, and you have to develop them into good players, and you have to have good schemes. And now you're probably going to have a new coach. it's going to be a mess for them. And they're going to need, you know what they're going to need too? They're going to need a real disciplinarian to come in there and just put his foot down and be like, listen, this is how shit goes. Because we don't have any margin for error. We're going to have to be creative how we do.
They should hire Brian Flores. I've been saying it for a year. The Bengals should hire Brian Flores. He'll fix your defense overnight, and he won't offend your quarterback. Your quarterback is already a grown man.
I don't know if you can have that much money on the offensive side of the ball and not hire an offensive-minded head coach.
Well, you can hire a young gun coordinator.
Point, he brings a great point. Like, his creativity on defense is how we're going to win, right? We don't have a lot of money to spend, so I'm going to get creative. My creativity on defense, just give me somebody suitable on offense to protect this guy back here. That's all I need. Somebody that can go, hey, instead of letting the guy free up the middle, let's let the guy free on the outside, okay? He makes the most sense.
Wait.
Everyone's looking at me like, what are you talking about? It's like, never mind.
I have a better idea. You're looking for someone who can come in, scheme up the defense, somebody who's a hard ass, and somebody with a great connection personally to Cincinnati. How about Mike Zimmer as the next head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals?
Hit him with a fine, man. Hit him with a fine, Jay. That is a dumb fucking rookie right there. That's what that is. That's exactly what that was. Don't you dare.
He's still living in Kentucky.
He just has to come across the river. Yeah, just jump the river. Come on, Zim. Come on back.
You'll be running the ball more than anyone.
I feel like the Bengals are like a gateway drug to a greater AFC North discussion here, though.
Yes.
And that because also the Ravens started Cooper Rush and just got their doors blown off.
What was that?
The Steelers are sitting 3-1. They're 2 games clear of everyone. The Ravens are 1-4. And the Browns are 1-4. This division is.
The Steelers are AFC North champs. The Steelers.
Yeah, they already gave them the crown.
Print the shirts.
Give it to them.
Print the towels.
Aaron, you won. We got it. You win. You can have your last laugh. We got it. Like, you just got lucky Burrow got hurt, and you're lucky that Lamar Jackson got hurt, because we were all curious to see how this was going to go. But yeah, this is a great segue into the Bengals are who they are, but the Ravens, my God, did you see that celebration that they did the Ray Lewis?
Dirty Bird. The Dirty Bird.
Well, the Dirty Birds and Falcons, be careful, be careful. The Ray Lewis one in his own stadium, I was like, oh, you better hope he's not there, dude. He's going to catch you and beat your ass.
I think he's a rookie, too. Wasn't it a rookie who did it?
I'm pretty sure it was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But here's my thing. You don't want him to do it. Don't let them put 40 freaking points up on you,
dude,
man.
Their defense is rough.
They're hurt.
They're bad.
Because
BK gone.
He's gone for the year, right?
Yeah.
Is he gone for the year for the neck?
Yeah, it's over.
You talk about offensively too, not being able to do anything. I mean, Cooper Rush. I'm sorry, but I didn't really have a lot of faith in it.
This is a bigger discussion. Why do teams do this? Why do teams sign backup quarterbacks that fit complete polar opposites of your starter?
Yeah, well, they used to have Huntley for a few years.
That's what I mean. They had Huntley. Like
RG3.
Why don't you go get the Marcus Mariotas? Why don't you go find the athletic quarterback? I mean, I think even to last year, Malik Willis.
I was going to say, but they need to trade for Malik Willis, dude.
Go get one of those quarterbacks that can run and move so that when your star MVP level quarterback gets hurt, you don't have to throw the whole offensive game plan off the drawing board and basically start completely over.
Yeah.
You have no continuity when your backup quarterback goes in, and you're putting Cooper Rush in a no-win situation. You put Cooper Rush into that offense, like, hey, zone read RPO, and he's like, I run 5 flat. Like,
what?
What do you want me? Like, what do you want me to do? What? You want me to run away from Will Anderson?
Do you guys know what I formation is? Do you not know what I go under center? That you don't do that here. Why didn't we talk about this?
I don't understand. That is a pro personnel oversight there to have Cooper Rush backing up Lamar Jackson. You have to have comparable backups in this league. Same way, I mean, Mac Jones goes in. He's very similar to Brock Purdy.
Wait, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
But that's my point.
I agree with you.
You have Justin Fields backed up by Tyrod Taylor. You have to have the roster built around that. If the quarterback goes down, you can't just go into panic mode, and it's a complete misstep. Because even if the Ravens weren't 1-4 and say they were 2-3 or whatever it might, 3-2, they're staring down not being able to move the football or run the ball or do anything, because now everyone's just going to be focused on Derrick Henry. Just stop Derrick Henry and then get to Cooper Rush's feet. They're in trouble, man. They are in serious trouble.
Okay,
it's the defense that puts them in serious trouble. That's what I'm more worried about. Like, eventually, offensively, you can be like, okay, guys, we're going to scheme some new things, and we have to do some new things. That's easier than man, we're giving up a lot of points on the defense, and I just don't know if offensively, even when Lamar comes back, we can continue to sustain this. Like, it's out of control at some point. Like, the Texans, who have had a rough season, walked in and just boot stomped you. Like, it was like, who the hell is this Texans team coming out of nowhere? It's like, oh, wait, it's just the Ravens defense. Don't worry about it. Like, it's just, and they don't have Lamar. Yeah, they're really screwed. But to your point, I would love to see like Malik Willis there, but I don't think Green Bay will ever trade him after what he did last year.
Because he's comparable to Jordan Love.
Not only that, but he stepped in. They won, 3 of the 4 games, and it was like, holy shit, this dude's really good. Why did Tennessee let this guy go, right? Another team looking back going, fuck that up. It's okay. We're not mad. It is what it is.
I think this is a good chance to debut a new segment called Are They Cooked? So I'm going to throw a few different teams and people out, and you tell me, are they
people?
People?
Yeah,
I'm not cooking any people. Listen, I'll cook a team, but I don't know if I can say somebody's cooked.
We'll start with your team. So let's officially. So the Ravens are 1-4. Lamar is going to come back in the next probably 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe they rush him back. But they play the Rams this weekend before they get a bye. But if so, they're staring down the barrel against a Rams team. Also, extra preparation for the Rams coming off a loss at home that they're pissed about. So
we'll get to that.
Are the Ravens cooked officially?
They have a bye week after the Rams, right? They have a bye week.
Yes.
Playoffs, are they cooked?
I think the Ravens. I think the Ravens are cooked from the playoffs perspective. There's too many good teams in the AFC. I mean, we just did a thought experiment with if the Bills win the East and the Patriots are a 10-11 win team, they're a wild card spot. Then you got 2 teams coming out of the AFC West out of the 3, whether it's the Chargers
and the Chargers.
You got the Chargers if they can get their lives together, the Chiefs or the Broncos, 2 teams coming out of there. You're going to get 1 team out of the AFC North, and it's going to be the AFC North champions. Yeah. I think that the Ravens, if they lose this weekend, 100% stakes, cooked,
that's 1-5.
Done, put them in.
Yeah.
1-5.
You're not.
How are you going to fight back from that?
You're not coming out of that hole. I think they're cooked for the playoffs.
And that's assuming that Lamar comes back right after the bye week. Like, you have to. And wasn't his thing a hamstring?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we open. Jay, you and I both know the hamstring thing, right? Like, you ain't coming back until you're 200%.
Hammies seem to linger.
You don't play with the hammy,
and especially if you're 1-5. If I'm Lamar Jackson and we're 1-5, I'm gonna be like,
well, how about this?
Still a little tight.
If you're 1-5 and you go to a bye week and you come back the next week, is it like, hey, we need you to run around as much as you do? And it's all of a sudden it's like, guys, we're 1-5. Am I really going to go put myself in a bad situation? Like, and I'm not saying that he would say that, but as his agent, I would be like, I don't know that I want my client doing this, right?
Well, I mean, Eric Kendricks just turned down a practice squad offer from the Ravens because he's like, I kind of want to go on a winning team, right? Like,
what?
Yeah.
No, did he really?
I think I saw that on Instagram.
That was brutal.
It's one of those.
That's troll stuff.
If you're sitting around going, I want to try and jump on a winning football team right now, the Ravens ain't it.
No, they're not.
Especially if you've got maybe a year left, you want to pull like an Eric Weddle or something.
Yes,
like,
the Ravens, they are cooked for the playoffs. I really don't see a path for them to getting back because the AFC's middle pack is too good. And when you dig you're going to try and dig yourself out of a 1-5 or even a 2-4 hole. I don't know. I don't see it happening.
That's tough.
Okay, the next one. I saw a sad video of him walking down the hallway after another loss. Is Mike McDaniel cooked? 1-4.
Hit it.
Oh, you want it?
250 rushing yards? Are you kidding me?
Booney.
No, dude. Do you know what happens when you give up 250 rushing yards? The whole team has to come in and like the owner sits down and goes, I want someone to tell me why this motherfucker's got more yards than the entire team. This one guy. You telling me we can't tackle this one guy? Dude.
And it's not Saquon. It's not Christian McCaffrey.
Who?
It's
Rico Dowdle?
Rico Dowdle.
Guy named Rico. Get out of here. Easy, Uncle Rico. Yeah, he's cooked. I mean, listen, you can't really fight your way out of that. That's a bad stat line. And you were winning.
Dude,
you were winning that game.
You were winning
that game.
Their best rushing defense performance in terms of rush yards allowed, their best in the 5 games, is the 122 yards they allowed to the Patriots in a loss. They've allowed the Dolphins' rush defense has allowed $156, 122, 157, 197, 239.
They're going the wrong way.
You're going the wrong way.
No.
We wanted more yards, guys. Yeah, I'd say you're pretty cooked.
Especially with the amount of first round talent they have on that defensive line too. Bradley Chubb. You've got Phillips. You've got Chop Robinson.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, they're also built to kind of get after the pass rusher, and they were, and then all of a sudden they took the game goes the other way, and you're like, wait a minute, what?
Well, that team's built to score fast, score early, and then pin your ears back and go. And the offense, the loss of Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. I mean, there's just not enough weapons on that team right now for them to be able to just go up and down the field like they did 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so, I'll give you one more here. Are they cooked as division champions? The Chargers. They're still in first place right now.
They don't have
game, but
Harbaugh's a good coach. Harbaugh's got those dudes ready to go. But it's the same thing when you're taking over a new team like Harbaugh did last year. You can do a lot of really good things with your starters, but you haven't built the depth yet that you need to. And so if Omarion Hampton is out, if Najee Harris is now out, and now you've lost Rashawn Slater, you've lost Joe Alt, like it's Khalil Mack. You're now talking about a lot of big-time contributors being out for extended periods of time. And the same conversation we just had about the Ravens, if the AFC continues to pull away from the middle pack, you can't afford to drop these games. And that Giants game, I think it's going to really come back and haunt them in December. That Giants, like this loss, you're like, okay, yes, should you have lost this game? Absolutely not. Should you have found a way to pull it out? 100%. But that Giants game is going to come back to really haunt them in December. So I don't want to say they're cooked, but they're in the oven. I mean,
they're tied with the Broncos.
That's the problem.
They're in the oven
on the gas right now,
and we'll see what the Chiefs look like tonight. Right? If the Chiefs come out tonight and look like they did last week, and then okay, the oven's getting turned on. It's
getting really hot.
Like
right?
it's getting.
We talked
warm.
about that too. We should have put them away when we had the chance, and we didn't. But I think it's more the Broncos too. The Broncos that are putting the pressure on them because of what they did against Philly, right? They're showing, hey, we're a competitive team. Don't forget about us. Defensively, we can change things at halftime and come out and punch you in the mouth. Offensively, it just takes us a second to get things going. But I want to say that it's so early. I mean, is Omarion Hampton out?
He didn't finish the game, so I don't know if he's out or if he just got dinged or what. But I mean, you're talking about going down to RB. You're talking about going to RB3 now with Najee and Omarion Hampton out.
Listen, RB3s can still run for 76-yard almost touchdown runs.
Not like Hampton.
Just carry the ball over the goal line. Make sure.
Did you see the way that Hampton ran the ball? Like he's an amazing back. He's going to be special.
So I don't think they're cooked, but they're on the watch list. They're on the menu.
Here's what pissed me
they're
off.
on the menu.
You're talking about a team that, number one, they should be a run-first team, right? But then all of a sudden at the end of the game, giving up sacks, giving up these pressures, like you're like, hey, we don't have to do this, right? Like we should have just been running the ball the majority of the game. That's why we get away from these problems. That's when we don't have Justin Herbert taking these sacks. And then there's times where Justin Herbert's like, you know what, I'm just going to run it myself, which I'm all about, right? Like the dude's awesome. But then he's getting drilled by like DBs, and you're like, okay, maybe I don't like that as much, right? Like slide more. Harbaugh, we need to run the ball a little bit more. We don't need so many pressures, right? We should have just been running the shit out of that ball. But if Omarion Hampton's down, then yeah, I'm getting real nervous because it's like, okay, now we don't have our two running backs or two tackles. We lost our edge rusher. We're not in a good position to win a lot of games unless we're going to get creative. Now, do I have faith in Giro to be creative? Yes, I do. And Harbaugh, because they're both very creative.
And Herbert's still a top 10 QB.
This is Herbert time.
This is
Herbert time.
This is
get the ball out quicker, right?
$55 million. Go win us some football games while we're not like, hey, this is what we're paying you for. You've got 3 legitimate wide receivers and Quentin Johnson, Lad McConkey, Keenan Allen. Go win us some football games until we can get our life put back together. Right. This is when Herbert's got to go earn his money, 100%.
Are you guys ready for a new mic?
Let's do it.
New mic?
Oh, God.
Do it. Do I have to? God damn it. He's so excited that they won a game over there. He's just he'll like, I don't care how they win, just win. You're that fan. Just win, baby. He's the
so here now. Jay joined Purple Daily today and gave some takes on this. So I want Boonie's thoughts. But here, Vikings for a second. the Vikings, so they beat the Browns, little fourth quarter comeback, just win a game by any means necessary. But here's the crazy thing. In the first 5 games, the Vikings have had these players miss significant time. Christian Darrisaw, Jordan Addison, Brian O'Neill, Ryan Kelly, Donovan Jackson, Aaron Jones, Harrison Smith, Ander Van Ginkel, Blake Cashman, J.J. McCarthy, which, he's a rookie. Michael Juergens, the backup center, out. C.J. Ham, your pass-protecting fullback. It's like 50% of their starters have missed significant time in the first 5 games.
Yeah.
They're 3-2.
Yeah.
They're 3-2 with a bye week. So Vikings are off football life support, and their season was kept
Mackie, you should just be
alive.
so lucky that they have a bye week, because if there was a real game this week, they would be losing. I'm sorry.
It would be a problem.
You went over and you beat Cleveland. First of all, you beat
But Cleveland's
a rookie,
defense
you beat
difficult.
a rookie.
You beat a toddler. Dylan Gabriel's a toddler.
Yeah, like we were at no point. And by the way, your rush defense on the Vikings, it still scares me, dude. It's still scaring me. It's not getting any better. I'm like, okay, he's a rookie too, and he's running all over you. Offensively, you're down a ton of pieces. I will say this before I say anything, and Jay can back me up on this. A win is a win, okay?
100%.
Especially over there. I am all about it. Congratulations.
Double games over there.
So hard to win, right? And then you're in London. You've been over there for 2 weeks. You're playing Myles Garrett.
Jordan Addison apparently wanted to spend a little extra time in London.
Yeah,
on
that's
Saturday.
another thing. Like,
Missed a walkthrough.
There ain't no way in hell he just missed a walkthrough.
No, it was
I'm
more than
sorry.
That. It was more than a walkthrough. You know what that was?
That's
That
a
was-
lying fine for Kevin O'Connell. I swear. You don't get benched for the first quarter because you missed a walkthrough.
Or late
I
to
think,
a walkthrough. I think,
I think he. And by the way, they're like an hour away from the action. They did this purposefully out in a field an hour
always
away
do.
from London.
Yeah, we were in a, we
so
were
that you
always
wouldn't
put-
go.
We were in a cow pasture
Yes.
when we were
They
out there.
always
Like-
put you way out there because they don't want these problems. And then what it is like when you're thinking about going into the city, they're like, hey, it's like an hour and a half cab ride. You're like, do I want to ride that hour and a half cab ride? Probably not. You're like, you know what? I'll do it Friday when the team goes down. But apparently you're right. He took it a little too far, went a little crazy. Not against it, right? London was a wild place. There were some wild times there. We had some fun. But to get that dub was huge, and to get it with that many injuries was also huge. Like, you're talking about going down without your left tackle, without your right tackle, without your left guard, without your center, without your starting quarterback. Like, you are down a lot of pieces. And then all of a sudden, the head man up top goes, yeah, we're benching you two for the first quarter. Like, God, he must have been so pissed. He must have been so pissed.
Hey, hats off to Addison, though, for being able to come back and get the game-winning touchdown.
Bullshit.
Right? I mean,
You're lucky you caught that ball, because they would have left you there without a passport. They'd have been like, guess what, motherfucker? You think you're coming back with this team? Not a chance.
You're flying
Leave
coach.
him.
Get back on with the Steelers. You're flying coach.
There's a Spirit flight that leaves in an hour. Go figure it out.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Mac,
Frontier is going to stop over the middle of the Atlantic for a refuel.
and we say this a lot. Like, it's great. Like, you get a win, but all of a sudden it's like, okay, after this bye week, what's the status of the team going to be?
That's
right. Like,
that's
what's
a
the
great
O
question.
line going to look like? Because guess what, dude? We're done with Fairyland. We're done with our week off. We're back. We got to hit the ground running. And by the way, you're in a division with the Lions.
Who did they come out of the bye with?
It's so they go bye week, and then it is Eagles at home, and then short week Chargers on a Thursday after that.
See, it's
So here's my thing.
So you don't have to worry about stopping the run because the Eagles can't run the ball. So you should be good on that front.
you should be nervous that they're going to look and go, this is the game we get right.
This is it, right?
This
Circle
is
the game.
get right game. Hey, that's what we used to do as O-line. We'd look and be like, who's got a shitty? This one. Hey, we need our get right game against this team, right? We're going
It's
to
in
run
like
the
2
shit
months.
out of the ball. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's
I think that the Vikings are continually going to get pieces back. They're going to continue, and I think as hopeful fans and as people are looking at it, going, okay, they get this piece back, they get that piece back. When I talked about this on Tuesday Morning Left Guard, the podcast I do with Caller and Purple Insider, we're then playing the game that no one else is going to get hurt, right? Like, oh, Darrisaw's back, and then all of a sudden Darrisaw's out again, right? And then all of a sudden we're going to get Van Ginkel back, and we'll get Cashman back, and then Jonathan Allen's old, he might get dinged, or Isaiah Rowell. Like, once the injury bug bites, you never really get rid of it. It's just there all year because you're constantly playing this game of he's back up and now he's down. And so I don't think the Vikings will ever hit full complement of players at one point in time this year, just based off of the attrition that is the NFL. Can they continue to find ways to get gritty wins out of these teams? Yeah, I think they're talented enough to do it. But eventually, talent can only take you so far when you're playing in late season games without your full complement of people. And also, J.J. McCarthy coming back, I don't know if that's a boost or a detriment. And that's the biggest question is when J.J. McCarthy comes back, is it, our starting quarterback's back. Let's roll, boys. Or is it like, oh, God, he's back, right? You don't know. Nobody knows. And that's the problem is we can speculate all we want, but so much of it is a giant question mark. That's the same question mark that hung over the Vikings in August. What is J.J. McCarthy?
Yeah, that's been the 18-month question.
Yes.
And we'll
hasn't
see.
been
He has not practiced yet.
Which is super surprising to me. Like I feel like he should be at least back moving around a little bit. Like I don't know.
He hasn't done even individuals.
It was a high ankle, right? High ankle.
Yeah,
a high ankle that he finished the game on.
Yeah, but we all know how you can finish some things. I mean, I'm not too skeptical about that. I agree with you. We still don't know what he is. Maybe it is a conspiracy, but at some point he is going to come back, and it's like, okay, who's playing tackle? Who's playing center? Like, do I think Ryan Kelly's going to come back? Probably not. Do I want Ryan to come back? No, I don't.
I don't want Ryan to come back.
I
want Ryan to be done.
And that scares me a little bit too, right? Because now we got new players in the middle. Then all of a sudden it's like, hey, what's going on with our tackle situation, right? Like we got a young player coming off a high ankle sprain. We're kind of just fighting our way through these games. Are we going to put him under another stress level?
Not even the left tackle, our right tackle situation.
That's what I'm saying. Both tackles.
Dude, this podcast is uniquely suited to go behind this curtain here. When you have an offensive line room that after 5 weeks, your center may not play again, 2 concussions after other concussions, your left guard's been out with a wrist, your backup center out, start Blake Brandel playing center for the first time in his football life on Sunday.
Serviceable.
And then you got like your second and third string right tackles are in at different points. Like, what is the room like when it's that revolving, all these offensive line positions during the week, in the game?
It's miserable, but you're all like, hey, boys, we're this
fighting
together.
We're doing this together.
Like, no one, and when you reach this certain point, no one on the team is looking at you guys like, get your shit together. Like, everyone on the team's looking at you like, hey, we appreciate everything you guys are doing. Like, we know that you're out here. There's certain guys, number 28 that shall not be named, right? Like we just know
like you guys should hit the weight room a little more often.
Yeah, we should probably just lift every single day.
There may have been a little coup in that training room that I found out about, and I went in there like, not a fucking word. We're not talking about you guys. Not a word.
Not a word.
It's stressful is what it is because
super
you want
stressful.
the team to have success.
Coach
right?
Coach Cooper's not sleeping at night.
No. And he's doing the best he can with what he has. And this question was kind of posed last week. Why are the backups or the starters better than the backups? Starters are better than the backups because they get more fucking attention. Okay? That's what happens. When the season starts, my starters are my babies and they get all the reps. And if they don't look good, they're going to get more reps. And if we need more work, we're going to get more work. And damn it, if the backup comes in and screws up, well, he's a backup. He can screw up. You can't. The standards are way different. So the minute you start throwing in the third center, who, by the way, is not a center, has never really done it in a game, and then all of a sudden you start saying, hey, let's throw these new tackles out here, like the whole chemistry of the O-line gets switched over. Everything's changing, right? You got a new quarterback back there. He's new to this system. Like, it's got to be chaotic and stressful, and at the same time, you're like, please just win. Right? And let's minimize the errors. Let's minimize the mental mistakes. Let's show up and fight our asses off. Like, that's where I would have a problem. And that's why in like 16, I didn't have a problem because everyone did show up and fight their asses off like they are right now. You can see it. Sometimes they're outmatched, and that's okay. That's how the game is. At times we overpower them. At times they overpower us. The key is not to let them see us start to shake or start to cry or start to be like, hey, man, this hurts really, really bad, right? Like, you got to be really tough.
Can't let them watch you bleed.
Ever. Like, you just always have to be like, yeah, that's cool. Didn't hurt. And inside you're like, God, it hurts so bad, right? But you're like, I'm going to continue doing this. And everyone's kind of looking at you like, God, did you guys figure it out? And you're like, listen, okay. We're trying really hard. We're trying. And that's why this hate for Cooper is not needed. Like, Coach Cooper, he is the man. Like, if anything, he's the one out there like, listen, this is what we're going to do. You're going to start setting like this more. You're going to move into center, and here's how we're going to do this. Like, they're fighting really. And, dude, we said it. Myles Garrett didn't wreck the game. Right at the end of the game, we were like, hey, not too bad, right? Like, I saw him do way worse against way better O-lines. Yes. And that's where I'm like, hey, I'm cool with this. And yeah, I don't expect them to go to the playoffs. I don't expect them to go out there and beat the shit out of everybody going forward. But I do expect them to show up and be serviceable and competitive. And I expect them to punch people in the mouth and not give up. And yeah, it's a tough division, dude. And you're going to have to fight a lot of games, and you're going to be up and down.
And your schedule's brutal.
It's tough.
That's
tough.
what you get. That's what
Dude,
you
you're
get for
fighting
winning
Philly
the
when you come
division.
back. Yeah. You're going to play
know a lot.
Philly.
You'll know so much about the Vikings' chances in like January in the next 4 games. They get a bye week, and now some of these teams they're playing are also broken or dealing with some stuff. So I would say these 4 games before the season looked like the hardest 4-game stretch in the league. But now it's like, okay, Eagles at home, Chargers without left tackle and maybe without running back, short week.
Well, I don't know about
That's
that.
on the road. At Detroit, good luck. Home against the Ravens. Lamar's probably back, but
And that's going to be another fight.
probably have to go 2-2 in those 4 games, and then let's talk. Go
Well, it's
2-2,
doable, too.
and then let's talk.
It's
Yeah,
doable. And here,
So if they go 2-2 and they get to what, 5 and
They'd be 5-4 going into
5-4.
home against Chicago after that. Get
and
to
then
6-4.
that's a good situation. But I get why everyone's kind of panicked too. And now that I think about it, it's like, listen, we're fighting our asses off, and when the starting quarterback comes back, it's not Josh Allen, it's not Joe Burrow, it's not Lamar Jackson, it's not one of these guys that we go, here, take all of this for us, right? You got this, got it. It's more
See,
like, hey,
that's the thing.
That's the biggest. That's the scariest part about everything right
It's
now.
almost like, should we put the backup back in? Dude, what do we do? Like, it's starting to hit me because it's like, in that moment, like when you have your quarterback down, you're just the whole time you're like, just fight until he's back.
Just fight till he's back.
We're good. Now you're like, don't know which one's better. I'll be honest with you. You guys have the same record this year, technically, same stats. Like, you just have more years, and you're just a puppy dog. Like, it does scare me a little bit now that I think about the rest of the season. It just becomes, when's Darisaw back? When is Darisaw back, and when is
When's
Brian
O'Neal back? We need Darisaw O'Neal.
Yeah,
Run the damn ball.
I think Darisaw is going to be fine out of the bye, but it was like Jay brought it up on Purple Daily. So he was out for that 4th quarter, and the Vikings cited, well, he had a pitch count. Well, wait, but if you're going to go into a game, let's say, hey, the knee is still, we just want to be safe, so he's only going to play 50 plays. Wouldn't you like ration those out throughout? You're not going to go, oh, he hit his 50th play in a 3-point game or whatever.
2 minutes.
You know,
Sorry, he hit 50.
Well, that's
we
what they
shut
did.
him down at 50.
That's what they said they
No
did,
shot.
though.
That's
No
a
shot.
lie. That's a
That's
lie.
a lie. I don't. That's a lying fine for Kevin O'Connell.
Dang.
I think Kevin had a few lying fines at the podium this week.
I don't know if he knew what to do. He was just like, get me on the fucking plane. I want to go home. Just want to go home.
Enough
I
of these
haven't
bangers
had a
and mash.
real
One
meal
more
in
time.
weeks.
Can't do this. I can't do it.
They boil chicken over here.
They really do. People are like, hey, that food's not bad. And I was like, you clearly didn't eat at the hotel in the middle of the cow pasture because that's all the food they fed us. Because everything else was 2 hours away. And you tell me you're going to DoorDash something from 2 hours away. That's a lie.
So when you're staying an hour away and you're literally, and it looked like the Vikings were also practicing in a pasture that they plowed.
It
and put
is
some
a
goalposts up.
pasture, dude.
pasture.
I know, that's what it looked like.
There's like a castle behind the hotel. It's the same place we all stay at. And then you have to walk through a forest. And the worst
Dude,
part
I
is
felt like I was in the
locker room-
Braveheart movie. Like that's what it felt like.
That's serious. The locker room is connected to the weight room. And so it's like this platform.
And they're all pop-up tents.
Oh God! You have to like you're walking, you're bouncing, and it's like making all that noise like you're a WWE wrestler, and you're like, I just can't take this anymore. It's so badly run over there. I'm sorry.
Okay, can I add one thing to just the European games? And we're doing, so we did the Dublin, first ever game in Dublin. We're going to try Berlin. We're going to try Madrid. Like the NFL keeps pushing the walls out here. Just next mic real quick. Roger Goodell. Football! New rule. If you're going to expand out in Europe, no more stadiums from the 1880s. And let's at least, like the things that are happening, the Dublin game last weekend, the play clocks aren't going to be visible at this end of the field. Why?
No big deal.
This is a $20 billion league and you don't have play clocks? Dude. Number 2, I don't know, like the broadcast missed this, the officials missed this only after the game was Will Reichard missed a 51-yard field goal.
You
It
see
looked
that?
like he just went right. It hit a wire.
It hit the sky cam. And they slowed it down. Yes, they slowed it down, and as the kick was going up, the sky cam was trying to lift, and it hit it and like went to the right. You see all the fans like look at it oddly, dude.
Oh, he really shanked that
Dude,
kid.
how slippery is the turf over there? How slippery?
Oh, that's the other piece. The turf is built for soccer. Like the turf is built for you to slide around on, not put your cleats in the ground and go. You felt like you were playing on snot. Yep. It was awful. Like, I completely agree with you, Mac. If we're going to do this, you need to send people over there months in advance and renovate the facility to be an NFL facility. Everything needs to be there. This is too much is at stake. Too much is at stake. Jobs, playoff spots, millions of dollars is at stake to have an issue with the facilities. Fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it.
It's pretty wild.
It's like the
It's like a
Bengals
20
over
it's like a
the
20
international trips. God, it's a mess.
Okay, there's still more mics here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a mic ready. How about this? Baker Mayfield in Seattle after I'm over here like, yeah, Seattle's figured out how to win at home. No, they haven't. And you know why? I swear to God, if I ever see this again, I will beat the shit out of an OC. Because I remember distinctly where I was when we were sitting in the room, we were getting ready to play the Rams, and somebody was like, hey, we should run this pitch play to the left. And I remember Jeep Christensen stood up and was like, you should never pitch the ball to the left. And somebody was like, why, Jeep? Tell us why. And he was like, because nobody ever naturally fucking does it, so why would you do it? They brought in the backup quarterback to do an option to the left for one play, like this wildcat. Ends up fumbling the ball. The Bucs get it. They end up scoring off of it. Like, number one, I love the Bucs. I don't know why I picked against them. I should never do that. Baker is him and Ibuka. Listen, they
Ibegbu?
No, Ibuka. Dude, I'm telling you right now.
Ibegbu from Gronkowski.
Bro.
Oh my God.
Ibegbu. They're all like, you're an idiot.
Did you see they brought Tom Brady on set, and Tom Brady was talking about Hunter Henry is the greatest tight end the Patriots have ever had. Straight face right next to Gronk.
He probably got so sensitive. Dude, hey, what a game. Number one, what a game, right? Like, you got to love two teams going after it like that. I thought Seattle was going to pull it off, but what the Bucs did was just awesome. They're on fire again. Show that they could come back from the loss against Philly. Baker's got it. Defensively, just bringing the pressure. But, like, dude, the back and forth was so fun to watch because you could tell that both those teams, like 3-1, you're like,
firing
okay,
on all cylinders.
We're going to see both of these teams in January, and goddamn is it going to be electric because this game was all over. The Baker's back to throwing those angry balls where he's like, yeah, and you're like, oh yeah, he's grunting, he's getting pissed. Oh, it's coming.
They're down. They were down RB1, down wide receiver 1. When Mike Evans gets back, and you've got your full complement of Godwin, Evans, and Ibegbu, like, dude, it's gonna be amazing. And I know it's Ibuka. I just like making fun of Gronk. Like, it's gonna be so much fun. And because now Tristan Wirfs is coming back, you're gonna get Luke Gadecki back soon. They have been able to thrive through the injuries. Like, and Mike Evans does this every year. Like, they're pretty used to, like, oh, Mike's got his annual hamstring. Like, they find ways. He'll be back in 3 weeks. But Godwin coming back at that perfect time. Cade Otton has been a great weapon for them at the tight end position. That team is loaded. They could be an NFC Championship Super Bowl contender this year, in my opinion.
By the way, Gronk getting to Egbuka in his mind was like when you pull up to a roundabout for the first time and you're like, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go.
With that stellar rookie from Ohio State, Nneka Ibegbu. Just go. The best was Stranahan was sitting next to him like, oh my God, Strahan was sitting next to him just like, just call him Stranahan. Dude, they were just sitting next to him like, they didn't even correct him. They were just like, just go.
Whatever.
You big dumb idiot. Just go.
It's fine. Oh, by the way, Baker Mayfield, we are on record watch for fourth quarter comebacks in a season.
Oh,
I think Stafford and Cousins both have 8 at one point in their career in a season.
4, isn't he?
He's got 4. He's 4 for 4 on their wins.
He's crushing
with 2/3 of the season to go. And I know Darnold threw the back-breaking interception, but that game yesterday was like the middle-tier quarterback salary market bowl.
Yeah,
the two shining examples. Geno Smith was watching from afar, and
don't even say that name. Don't you dare.
But there's this new market for quarterbacks, and these guys have filled it brilliantly. Where they write you off, and now we're back, but we're not back at like $50 million on you. It's like $30 million. And these guys are sitting here. Baker leads the league in fourth quarter comebacks. Sam Darnold this morning, third in the league in passer rating, number 1 in yards per attempt.
His deep ball. Every time I watch him, I'm like, gosh, that deep ball, man. Like Sam's anticipation and his ability to throw the ball deep is so good. His accuracy at 40 plus is unbelievable.
It is. He's got an arm. There was that one play too where he's like avoiding pressure to his left and throws with a defender dragged on him off balance. He's an athlete, man.
I mean, there's a reason he was drafted where he was drafted.
Yeah,
right? And it's why we talk about you can't write off these quarterbacks that go into terrible situations, and when they're young, you can't say they're busts or whatever it might be. Some guys just need to get the right situation to go, but I worry about Seattle's defense. Seattle's defense, I mean, you're talking about you got to play the Rams, you got to play the Niners again. Like, there's some really good offenses in that league, and I don't know if you can ask Sam Darnold week in and week out to just get in a scoring track meet and think that's going to work. I mean, they have to find ways to control the clock better, run the football more effectively with Walker and Charbonnet, get the tight ends more involved in the play action game. It can't just be a track meet up and down the field. Seattle's not going to win a lot of those if they just keep trying to get into the track meet. So defensively, they got a lot to figure out.
Did you see the fight, though, between Leonard Williams and Tristan Wirfs?
Yes,
like, when they were going at it, it was like, oh, my
There's
God.
a few people in the like I would never want to fight, and Tristan Wirfs is one of those people. That dude is a freak.
Well, Leonard should not have taken him over his hip, and then all of a sudden, everything that ensued afterwards was like, this is going to be epic. So exciting. But
I got a question for you, Mackey. Let's play your game. Pete Carroll's Las Vegas Raiders. Are they cooked?
Is Pete cooked?
Is Pete cooked?
And what's
You picked
in general, bro. In general.
In what? Like cooked
and
for what?
Is Pete going to make it to the end of the year?
Oh, that level of cooked. Oh, you mean like is he going to die or not be the coach anymore?
Not be the coach.
Fired.
Okay.
Is Pete going to get fired before the end of this year?
He's not going to get fired. Zero chance he gets fired. I don't think they're not going to operate with that level of chaos with Brady involved. I don't think.
I don't know, dude.
But I did from a standpoint of I was banging the drum this summer. This is a sneaky dark horse playoff team. They might double their win total. The Patriots are clearly that team in the AFC. In that division too. Yeah, they're cooked as a sneaky playoff team. So they're cooked on that.
Are they a 6+ win team?
Pull up their schedule.
Their schedule might be allowed.
I don't care who they're playing if they throw 3 interceptions a game.
Well, that's the problem. He's turning the ball over too much, and it's not.
Geno Smith he has got zero respect for the football right now.
Well,
I mean, absolutely none. He is just throwing 500 balls up in the air. He's just letting that thing eat, and I just don't really understand the complete lack of respect for the football that Geno Smith has right now.
Well, he's got his money, so he's probably signed the last 2 big contracts he can sign. But yeah, I think where I hesitate, I think most people are like, "What do you mean? The Raiders have been terrible for like 20 years, the better part of 20 years. It's just obviously they're going to win 4 games again." And the reason I hesitate is because Pete Carroll. If you take his New England 3 years, because he was the Jets head coach in '94 as a one-off and got fired or whatever, but from '97 through '99 in New England, and then when he came back to the NFL starting in 2010, all the way through the end in Seattle, that's like 20 years of Pete Carroll. His worst season was 7 wins.
Yeah.
Now I get that he's like 75 years old or 74 years old now, but he's found a way with. Before Russell Wilson and in New England when they had some, not that great rosters, to still win 7, but they'd have to go 6-6 the rest of the way to finish 7-10. So this is shaping up to be probably his worst season as a head coach.
Jay's right. They have to have a quarterback that respects the ball a little bit. Like you have to know
Even
that
just
the hope
a
and
tiny
dream
bit.
of the team rest with you. I'm not gonna say it's all him because there are batted balls that are getting intercepted and shit like that. But there are ones like I think this last weekend he threw one that the DB just jumped in front of it and it was like I don't know if I'm throwing that ball right. But the problem is you've gone so far down this road this season that it's like what gets better? What makes me think it's gonna get better?
Who's the backup? Who's the backup quarterback in New England? In Las Vegas.
Is it still Aiden O'Connell?
I thought it was Minshew.
I think it might be Minshew.
No,
At one point, you got a bench.
Oh,
you got a bench.
You got to go, bro. You got to go.
I think he's got one more game of if he looks the same and he looks like he's just going to throw interceptions and they can't do anything, you got to do something. You got to change something, and it's got to be at the quarterback position.
It's we're all wrong. Who do you think they're back? Keep guessing.
Kenny
Who do you think they're
Pickett.
back? Kenny Pickett. They traded for Kenny Pickett.
No wonder they haven't pulled him yet. That's
Well,
the problem.
he
He's got the Burger King hands.
Respects the
Burger King hands, Kenny Pickett.
He'll respect the football. He won't.
He'll
He
just
won't
run
give you the touchdowns.
fake
but-
slide.
Yeah, at some point, dude.
Yeah.
This last game, the Colts just gave it to him. Jonathan.
We have
Taylor.
to. Come on. Let's
Jonathan
do the Colts
Taylor.
here.
What they're doing.
Here's my question to you guys off the Colts. They're 4-1. Another blowout. They have the best point differential in the NFL. Daniel Jones has been, by a lot of different measurements, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. They got Jonathan Taylor.
Amazing.
They're also, I think, in terms of like yards per play offensively, number one in the AFC. Scoring, like they're all these categories. Are the Colts? They're good. They're playoff caliber. All these things. Are they as good as the metrics are indicating, which is like one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the NFL, Super Bowl contender good?
Yes.
Are they that level good?
Yes.
They are.
I think they are Super Bowl contender good if they keep playing the way they are. Daniel Jones is playing the best I've ever seen him play, and it's because he doesn't have to be the guy. He doesn't have to be the guy. He doesn't have to, like, we need you when we need you to make a play, go make a play, and he's doing it either with his legs, but he has more weapons there with Michael Pittman, that new tight end, Hunter Warren is a monster. Tyler Warren is a monster.
Stud.
He's going to
How about
be
Doolin?
an
How about the new
unbelievable
kid?
player.
Comes in out of nowhere after the what was it, Mitchell that fumbled the ball last week, so they like bench him and pull the snow kid up. That's the other thing, is like everybody you put around him is doing. Josh Downs is doing great. Michael Pittman, JT behind him, like you're seeing that, like Jay said, he doesn't need to be the full cast, right? Like you can rely on other people. Now, yeah, don't get me wrong, he's the one throwing the ball, but they're making some incredible catches, right? And they're pushing the ball so far downfield because Jonathan Taylor's running the ball so well.
Yes.
Play action is destroying.
Their wide receivers are destroying man coverage.
Crushing.
Because they have to play man coverage. They have to put the extra safety in the box. So they have to play base defense because they have to have the extra linebacker on the field. And they're able to just absolutely create separation. They're creating separation.
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
That's insane.
I mean, Jonathan Taylor's on his way for an MVP Offensive Player of the Year type of season this year. I mean, he is playing at a ridiculous level right now. I mean, he's got to have what, 600, 700 yards rushing already?
He's got just under 500 rushing.
500?
He's got 600 all-purpose yards.
He's leading the league for sure, dude. And hey, how about this? Their O-line is playing out of their mind. I love the fact that Q Nelson is pulling every which way. They're finally we can use him the way we wanted to. Dude.
Well, they get rid of Kelly. They go to Bortolini. They go younger.
Well,
they did. I love Kelly, but they decided, hey, we're going to go younger. We're going to go younger with Bortolini. We're going to go younger, and we're going to get rid of Will Fries, who, love him or hate him, I don't know if he was worth the $92 million that he was asking for. And Indy said, hey, we're not going to pay that. We're going to draft. We're going to put young players in there, and we're going to develop. Shout out Tony Sperano Jr. Got to give a lot of love to Tony Sperano Jr., the offensive line coach for the Colts, and the way that he has been able to develop young talent. You take Will Fries from a 7th-round pick, you grow him into the number 1 guard in free agency. Braden Smith has been phenomenal, right? Bernard Raymond has started to grow into his own. Now you input Bortolini and Goncalves in there, and then you've got the Q Nelson leading the charge. He has done a great job of developing talent from an X's and O's and a technique standpoint that has allowed them to continue just to protect Daniel Jones and create run lanes for Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, they've got it's funny because if you take away the names and the preconceptions, this team you'd be much more confident in this team, right? If you look at just all right, they're beating the brakes. They have 3 blowouts in 5 games. They're 4-1. They lead the league in scoring average. They're 2nd in yards per play in the league. All these things, right? They got a ridiculous running back. But it's like Daniel Jones is a hang-up for people because there's this history of what he's been. And I would even say Shane Steichen, to some extent, people are, he was on a hot seat and they might have botched the Anthony Richardson thing, so he's not held in the same regard or in the same level of like coaching rankings as some of the other young offensive guys. But if you take away some of that preconceived stuff and you just look at this team, it's they look legit, man. And with the Ravens coming back down, there's some places on those rungs for teams to step into them, and the Colts have done so.
How about the fact that Houston is kind of taking a step down the rung? Yeah, they beat the Ravens, but we just talked about the Ravens, right? Like, well, that, like I said, that was that Ravens. Like, I'm still looking at this like the Colts control their destiny, and yeah, the Jacksonville Jaguars look really good, but they have to go through KC tonight.
We'll see tonight.
We need a win because, Jesus, boys, it's a rough weekend. It was not good on the pickups. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't see clearly that the Broncos are better than the Eagles, it would be a tough weekend as you're going through your picks. That's right. Self-suck. Let's go. Yeah,
self-suck it. I love it. But, yeah, I'm about the Colts, too. And the fact that I agree with you, Mackey. Like, you look at this and you're like, Daniel Jones, how long can I trust this before it fails me again? But that's not the way you should be looking at it. You should be looking at it like, how long until Jonathan Taylor fails me? Or how long until all of a sudden these guys on the edge don't make these plays anymore? And when you look at these games and you see the way the O-line's playing and you see the excitement that this team finally has with Shane Steichen, you're like, this is what they wanted to be with Anthony Richardson. And they could never be this excitable, right? They wanted to scare everybody with the JT out one side and Anthony Richardson out the other. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, we can just do it a totally different way, right? And to me, I'm excited about this. Yeah, they're in a great division. The Jags are fighting them tough this year, but you've seen what they've done against good teams. They showed up. They played really well. They've played tough. So it's not like against the crappy teams, they're destroying them, and against the good teams, they just got demolished. It's like, no, they've had some blowout wins against the shitty teams, and against the really, really good teams, like they lost to the Rams, right? It's like, I have faith in the Rams that they're going to make the playoffs. So to me, it's like, man, this is really exciting to see what the Colts have done. I'm just sad, and I say this a lot this year, that Jim Irsay is not here to see it. Because he was probably the biggest fan of all the owners. Like, I've heard stories. They're like, dude, Jim was the craziest, like the biggest fan of this team. And I was like, finally, you love to hear that, right? An owner that deep down has a lot of passion for his team. And that's why I'm excited for this team. But I'm also excited because Daniel Jones does get a bad rap. And at some point, you're like, dude, these guys that get kind of like carted off early and you're like, we knew that they were a bust. To see like him and Baker come back, you're like, okay, dude, you've earned your way back here. Now I want to see good things for you because you fought through all the bullshit, right? You took all the shit that people were saying about you and you were like especially him. He seems the most like whatever person in the world.
Can I say, just off that point, Shane Steichen is a great example of we football, not just like on a microphone, but anyone who fans, media, owners, front offices lack patience at such a ridiculous level in 2025. And it's like every time a new coach stumbles a little in their first couple years, or maybe you whiff on a first-round quarterback, instead of evaluating it objectively and giving the guy that you thought was brilliant enough to lead your franchise a little grace, and maybe you can make a mistake, but we still think you're a great leader. We're so quick to be like, they whiffed on the quarterback, fire his ass and get to the next one. Versus, okay, maybe they were wrong about Anthony Richardson or mishandled it or whatever. And there's room for that to be true. And we still think Shane Steichen can coach a little bit. Okay, let's give him another quarterback and see what happens.
Well, that's what I love. That's what I love about Shane Steichen is he was able to put his nuts on the table and go, boys, I'm done with an Anthony Richardson.
Oh, he was done quickly.
Like, hey, I'm done with this experiment. I like this job. I like that I'm one of 32 people in the world that get to have the title of head ball coach. Find me another quarterback. Because he knew that if they did that and he continued to just roll with Anthony Richardson, he was going to get fired. He was going to get snapped and he was going to get gone. And so, hey, find me another quarterback. I believe in myself as a coach well enough that I'm willing to say, we screwed up. We did whatever we did in the evaluation process did not work. Go find me another quarterback, and Daniel Jones has been that guy for them.
You know what?
That steak's going to taste so good, by the way.
That
steak. That steak you guys are going to have to buy me because of Daniel Jones is going to just be phenomenal.
Listen,
what is the official?
We don't even know
that he's going to make. That he's going to make more than $30 million a year next year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to make more. I mean, hey, be careful because we said that about somebody before, and the last two games kind of brought his value down. But I do.
It's Daniel Jones will sign for at least $2 and $60 in the spring of 2026.
Yeah, so it's got to be over 30. I think a lot of that came from him being in Philly. Like he was probably like, listen, Brody, I don't take shit from anybody. Okay, I'm from Philly. We used to get shit on. If you think that I'm going to listen to this, I'll find another quarterback. But you know who? And real quickly into a segue because I know everyone's got to roll. You know who the only person that can admit that they were wrong is? Sean McVay. Because he did. Remember when they were like, listen, this Jared Goff experiment is fucking over, and now we're bringing in Matt Stafford. Like, they were quick to be like, it's not working, we fucked up, get out. And now they brought in Stafford. But then this last weekend, for him to be like, you know what? It was on me. I totally eat this. Everybody was quick to be like, shit. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, that's Sean McVay saying it was his
the play
fault.
call. He said it was a bad play call.
Yeah.
Well, we all know it's a bad play call. It's 4th and 1, and you didn't get it. It's like, what? To keep the game going, by the way, we'll have to talk about this later this week, but to have Mac Jones that on the ropes and to not
Dude, I
kick
thought
the
he was
field
going to
goal,
die on the field.
to not kick the field goal and be like, bring him back out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Jared versus waiting for you. Come back. The fact that he didn't kick that field goal and go, come on, hon. Come back on out one more time has me rattled. Like, Sean, what are you doing, man? Like, don't get me wrong. My Niners won, and I'm about it. But at some point, for him to come out, and there was no other play than to say it was his fault. Like, there's no way you could go at the end of the game and be like anything other than. But the fact that it's Sean McVay, like, we all have to look at that and be like, I guess he's allowed 1 or 2 a year where he can just fuck it up, and we can't get mad at him because it's Sean. And like, I want to know what the owner was probably like. Fuck. Damn it.
Can't be
All
mad
right.
at him.
You can't. How could you? Like,
He's
they're one of
built
the
up
best
so
teams.
much goodwill. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we need to end the pod with talking about the stupidest game of the weekend.
Do we have to?
I
wanted him fired.
The dumbest game I may have ever watched in my entire life. The Arizona Cardinals and the Tennessee Titans.
I'm not talking about it.
I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin. Like, where do you start with this game? Do you start with the idiot that for whatever reason in 2025 we're still dropping footballs before we cross the goal line?
Dude.
Are we going to talk about with
the quarterback that
Kyler?
threw it? He like
Yeah.
took one of these when he was taking a sack. He was like, "Here, you take it." But the problem was there was nobody standing there, and that's where I'm like, "Listen, man, this ain't PlayStation. Okay, we don't just get to chuck it any which way we want to." He threw that ball like he was scared, and I was like, "Please get him out. Please, listen, I can't do this anymore." I am a Jonathan Gannon fan. I loved him when he was here with us. We went to rival high schools. He's an Ignatius kid. I'm an Eds boy. Like, I love him, and this quarterback is killing me. But to let a team come in who the week before labeled themselves as ass and beat you in the fourth quarter.
Self-deprecating. Hey, how
The
do you guys think
quarterback.
you are?
Ass.
We are-
Beat you in the fourth quarter. Oh my God.
in like 5 words or less, could you describe? I could do it in one.
One.
Ass. Pure ass. Real quick on the Arizona running back, Imari DiMercado is the one that it was a 76-yard would-be touchdown run, and he
Broke right through the
crosses
middle.
the goal line and tosses.
Beautiful.
Here's my question. All right, because I don't know why this is still a thing in football. Like, I don't know what you're trying to prove. You're trying to. It's definitely a self-suck. It's like I'm such a badass. I'm gonna drop it immediately. So his college football journey began at Saddleback College in 2017. It's in Mission Viejo. I don't know if it's like a community college. So he starts off small level.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Gets to TCU, does enough as a 5'9", 200-some-pound back to be an undrafted. He went to TCU and then gets into camp, right? So that you're right on the line, grinding your football journey, and you make a roster for a few years in a row here. And he's been like he's been on their team for like 3 years. But for you to like get actual featured time, it's going to require James Conner getting hurt and maybe someone else. This is your shot, dude. You undrafted a few years ago, and you're breaking free for 76 yards. Don't you carry that to the freaking pads past the goal? Like, why are you getting cocky,
Don't
dude?
you take it physically home? Like,
Dude,
it
I don't
doesn't
know.
leave my arm.
I don't know what you tell your kids when you coach, but I have ingrained in every single one of the kids that I coach flag football. When you score, hand the ball to the official.
Here you go, Mr. Official.
Take the ball and put it in his hands, and then you go celebrate with your teammates.
They always say that too.
Unless
in
the
league.
official's standing
In
at
the
the 1
league?
yard line, then
No,
cross,
no.
and then
No,
go
no.
back and hand
There's
it to
always
him.
one in the back, the one that's running as far as he can and like trying to get to the end zone. You go hand that ball to the official. And then Jonathan Gannon like uppercutting him on the sideline, completely deserved. Like, I have no problem. People are talking about like, oh, is that too far? Did he go? No. Millions of dollars,
You're an
jobs, livelihoods
Yep.
are all on stake because of this. You deserve the tongue lashing that you got, the physical punishment. I mean, you should get the full metal jacket, bars of soap treatment. It should be full public lashing that should come from that, because that's an unacceptable error. Just a completely unacceptable error.
You brought up a great point, and I didn't even think about this. JG could get fired because of that game.
Those are the type of things that get you fired.
Game that technically that touchdown puts it out of reach, but because you didn't score that, they come back and win. That could get your head ball coach fired, and I'm not even kidding, because they'll come down and they'll be like, clearly they're not disciplined on this team, and it starts with the head ball coach. Sorry, boys. That's how it rolls. And yeah, no, there's no question. I am with JG. And if had somebody, I mean, I just don't. I was in so many meetings that they were constantly like, we always hand the ball to the official, boys. We always hand the ball to the, like, they always remind you. Like, I feel like every meeting they reminded you, hand the ball to the official. And you were like, got it. Like, even 2 minute, right? Hand the ball to the official. The faster you give it to him, the faster we can get it spot. You know what? That's a great point. I'm going to write that down. Hand the ball to the official. Who would have thought? Right? Okay, fucking. Would have thought to
but
do
then
that.
also, how stupid is the play where he throws the pick, fumbles it, and then it's just a Chinese fire drill of people kicking the ball all over, ends up in the end zone, and then they fall on it for a touchdown? I mean, Callahan just extended his life another probably 4 or 5 months. Because, I mean, he probably wasn't...
I'd say weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, maybe.
Maybe hours. Let's say hours.
hours. Let's not go overboard there, Jay.
I get crazy.
I mean,
the quarterback called them ass, dude. He's clearly getting fired.
Well, we're going to hand the ball to the official in the back of the end zone to end this episode here. Come on. Who's the Mike edition of the O-Line Committee. Again, if you made it this far, you must enjoy the podcast. So click that subscribe button and the like button and a 5-star rating and a positive review on Apple and Spotify. For the Rhino, for Jay, I'm Phil. We'll see you guys tomorrow here on the O-Line Committee.